So I got a question and answer session going, and asked for some random questions from some friends. Thought I would go down the list one by one in no particular order. Number one, from Kelly R. How the bleep did Trump happen? Really? That really? You're asking a nation that really isn't as united as you think how someone like that happened. Yeah. I call it an eternal lack of bacon. See, if everyone had bacon, they'd be happy. They wouldn't have voted for the angry little Cheeto. I do like Cheetos, but I don't want Cheeto for a president. What's up with his hair? That's actually a good question. What is up with his hair? See, I'm not sure what exactly is up with his hair, but I know that if you were to put bacon in it, or bacon grease in it, it would probably look better. And if it didn't look better, then a cow would come along and start licking it. See, because cows actually eat bacon. You might not have known that, but a cow would come along and start licking it, and he wouldn't have that big cow lick. He would just have a big flop over, comb over with a faux hawk going on. All right. What's my problem with tomatoes? Comes from Shelly, the vegan. What's my problem with tomatoes? They're freaking nasty. Have you ever eaten a raw tomato? I love sun-dried tomatoes, but raw tomatoes, they are just nasty. They taste like seawater if seawater had been run through the crack of a camel's ass. They are awful. Tomato sauce, great. Sun-dried tomatoes, great. Camel's ass, not so great. They are awful. It's got seeds and just tastes god-awful. From the same Shelley, why does Winston like me more than his mom who raised him for years? I brought bacon into Winston's life. Do the math. All right, next one comes up from Ann Bryan. What are my top five local restaurants? Doesn't have to be American food. It's actually pretty easy. Crazy Fish. They have $1 or $2 beer specials. Best calamari around. They're up on Central Avenue. Fujo. Best sushi you can have. I recommend the Godzilla roll. It's freaking awesome. Mr. Tokyo and Rusan's. Mr. Tokyo does all-you-can-eat, made-to-order sushi. Rusan's does a buffet of sushi. They're both awesome. Monterey's has $12 pitchers of margaritas on Saturday. Can't go wrong, but they're also really good food. Pineville has a lot of good places, actually, but most of them are Mexican. And that's okay. Don Pedro, Veracruz, Monterey's. If you don't like Mexican, totally forgot. Bangkok Ocha and Viet Thai. Viet Thai noodles and I don't know. Both of those, Viet Thai and Bangkok, are fantastic if you like Thai food. Viet Thai has pho, which is really good too. Yeah. Bangkok Ocha though, definitely up in there. I know it's more than 5, but if you know me, I like to eat. John Jackson asks, if the multiverse is real, are the number of universes finite? The answer to that is no. Multiverse, infinite universes. I think Einstein clarified that there were nine different universes, but anyway, let's say they are finite. There are 9 of them. All right. If we're living in a quantum hologram created solely through mathematical If not, are we living in a quantum hologram created solely through mathematical probability and viability? Well, that's pretty easy. Not really holographic, but I would say no, since there was actually an experiment that went on, I want to say it was last year, to prove that point that we are not a hologram. The theory is that we are, and nothing that we do is real. Ask any teenager if the world is real, and he'll tell you pretty much no. So we probably are a hologram with no real definitive answers. Betty Davis said along the same lines, what if the universe is really a monitored simulation where someone forgot their password and had to abandon it? See, I would believe that, except that we have bacon. And the fact we have bacon means that someone's around who really cares about us. Some bacon entity up above who cares that we're happy. Except for pigs. Pigs probably aren't happy with bacon, but anyway, whatever. What is the meaning of life? To eat bacon. That's about it. Wake up, eat bacon. Which cartoon character are you most like? Probably Homer Simpson. Butter up that bacon, boy. Do you ever wonder how many people you've actually seen for the last time? I kept track of that in college because I knew I was seeing some people for the last time. And I think about that a lot, actually. It's kind of sad because, yeah, I think about that one. Betty Davis again. Is coral the dumbest animal or the smartest rock? I'm going to have to go with the smartest rock because even the dumbest animal can find some bacon to eat somewhere. Why do other moons have proper names but the Earth's moon's just called the moon? When the Earth moon was found, there were no other moons, so it was just called the moon. You could go with Luna as the actual Earth moon name, but anyway, there wasn't anything else around to call it something other than the moon. It's not like you had to say Moon 1 and Moon 2 and then they had to come up with names. So the reason's just that there was only one at the time. Also, moon cheese, pretty good. If there are so many pigeons, why do we never see baby pigeons in public? That's actually a pretty easy thing, and I wondered that myself. Baby pigeons are like teenagers, you know. Parents raise them all the way up and raise and do everything and give them money and give them food and give them shelter and make sure they're alive. And then the second a teenager feeds itself, bam, gone. Mom and dad don't exist. It's pretty much what happens to pigeons. You don't see them until they're old enough to exist on their own. So Sue asks, why do poor people vote Republican when it's against their best interest? And best thing I can say is that someone somewhere is worried that someone else is having a good time. And because of that, people vote against their best interest. I'll say religion is my more serious answer, and somehow the Republican Party became the religious party, and I'm not sure I agree with it, don't know how I see it, but there's that. There's also the scapegoat policy that says, like, look over there, that person's doing something and they shouldn't be doing it. You worked really hard, so vote against that person. Even though you might be taking whatever it is, you know, that you might actually be on the same thing. South Carolina is a good case in that we take in more federal money than we give. Next up. Mr. Player says, why do we want to live on Mars if the moon is so much closer? At first I thought that was because gravity was a little closer in Mars and that we wouldn't have that much to adjust to, but then I thought, no, because gravity on Mars is 1/3 Earth and gravity on the moon's 1/6 Earth. If you're already floating around, you may as well not be a lardo and, you know, not float around as much, but that's not the case at all. The real case is that the moon is made of cheese and Mars is red, therefore it must be made of bacon, and we want to colonize the bacon planet, not the cheese moon. So bacon planet, not cheese moon. Plus the moon's made of green cheese and nobody likes green cheese, so we like blue cheese but not green cheese. All right. Sue Solo, if the Trump administration privatizes Medicare and Social Security, can we, a bunch of people, move in with you and your beloved? The answer is, well, what makes you think I'm going to be here? Because I might be in Canada if all that happens. I've got room, but I might be in Canada or New Zealand. New Zealand may have the most venomous animals and some of the deadliest things on the planet, but that's better than Trump. All right. Kelly Reader again. Why are we going backwards as a nation? Why are we still as a country with too many racists and bigots? We never really moved that much forward as a country. We might think we have. We've only made it a little bit prettier. Guarantee if you walk in the homes of places, the homes of some people, we haven't really moved that far ahead. We're still fighting battles we fought 150 years ago or more. And Mr. Player again, what sounds a giraffe make? Well, see, giraffes are great bacon eaters, so they probably, it hasn't been confirmed in the wild, but they probably walk around going, sweet, 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 because that tends to attract pigs. And as we know, pigs make bacon, giraffes are bacon eaters. Now, if you haven't seen a giraffe eating bacon in the forest, well, that's because giraffes are really good bacon eaters, and you'll never catch them at it. They just kind of look like they're munching on trees, but realistically, they already killed that pig, made some bacon, smoked it, cooked it up, fried it up really nice and crispy, and then ate it. And that's all for this time. If you got any more questions, shoot them down below. Give me a like and a thumbs up or a thumbs down, either one, just some type of comment. And I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.